Kristen from Kristen Cain Style. Yes, I am coming to you today in my nightgown. More on that in a minute. I am thrilled that you are here. Thank you for tuning in today. If you're not familiar with me, I am a style and mindset coach, and I help women create wardrobes that are easy and effortless to wear, that are simple, that take the guesswork out of how to put pieces together and look and feel incredible on the other side of it once you are dressed and ready to get on with your day. I do that by paying attention to both the style, strategy stuff, how to know where to shop, how to know what to edit, how to know what looks great on your body, how to know what colors to wear, how to build an outfit that actually serves you for the day that you are having ahead of you, the life that you live, and also the version of you that you maybe are stretching into, kind of that little bit of that fantasy role. We want to keep her in mind. And I also pay attention, in addition to all that strategy stuff, to your mindset. And I help you see how your limiting beliefs and old habits and thoughts on repeat that might be going on in the background, you're not even aware of the thought that might be leading to the outfit you don't love. I help you connect those two so that you can make decisions and grow your self-trust. Style self-trust is the thing I focus on most in my work with clients. And that's the thing that allows you to know what stays and what goes in your closet. It allows you to know what to buy and where to buy it. It allows you to know how to put the pieces together, how to pack for a vacation, what to wear to a special occasion. Style self-trust is sort of the magic component of having incredible style that looks and feels authentic and that you love to wear. I do work one-on-one with clients. Style therapy is my signature program. It is an 8-week process that will take you from stuck and overwhelmed and frustrated with your style to a place where you have a simple style and a wardrobe that works for you, and you know how to get dressed with ease and look and feel amazing after you do it. If you'd like more info, just drop a comment down below and ask, or you can email me, Kristen@KristenCainStyle.com. Today's a thrift haul. So I'm starting with my nightgown. And man, is this nightgown comfortable. I'm not even sure I want to try on any of the other pieces because I'm so comfortable. However, I am going to try the things on that I have on the rack next to me. And I'm going to share kind of why I decided to purchase them and, just kind of talk you through the process. I now have a wardrobe that is probably, I haven't done the math, but probably over 90% thrifted. At least 85% thrifted, but I'm guessing it's now tipping over the 90% mark. With the exception of socks and underwear and bras, pretty much everything I wear is thrifted. And I'm happy about that. And one of the main reasons that I'm so happy about that is because it's allowed me to really express my personality and my vibe and authentically show up in my clothing without the noise that the retailers have out there that can get in the way. I worked retail for over 20 years, so I understand the value of a great retail store, of great sales help, of knowing your merchandise, of trends, of merchandising so that the store looks amazing. And yet, it gets in the way of our own personal style. I just genuinely believe that. It is very difficult to really decide and stay true to your own sense of style when you are being bombarded by and influenced by, even if it's subtle influencing and doesn't feel like you're being bombarded, what the retailers are putting in the store they want you to buy. So you're being influenced by that, even if it's subtle. And I like the idea of going into a thrift shop where there is no trend being sold to me. I get to decide. If there is a trend that says bright colors are in, I can decide if I want to look for bright sweaters in a thrift shop. If there's a trend for darker denim or for a different shape denim, I can look for that in the thrift shop. And I can decide, and secondhand also, not just thrift, it could be consignment. I know a lot of clients tell me that they don't have great thrifting in their area, but oftentimes there will be a consignment shop that is a little bit maybe higher priced and more curated, but in that space they can find pieces that are authentically them, that are not being dictated by the retailers. I love retail. I worked retail for over 20 years. I have a soft spot in my heart for a great retail shop. And yet my wardrobe and my sense of style and my ease of getting dressed has never been greater and better than it is now. So not everyone, I understand that secondhand shopping is not for everyone, and I am not pushing secondhand shopping on anyone. I am merely trying to expose the fact that for me, my wardrobe began to improve when I really truly stopped buying just what was available in Target and Old Navy, and also in better retailers, like Anthropologie and Madewell and Neiman Marcus and Nordstrom and the like. I just really love the idea of deciding if I love something, not I love it because Anthropologie has decided it's in right now. all of that to say, as I mentioned a second ago, style self-trust is a huge part of that, because if you lack style self-trust, then you walk into a thrift shop and you're overwhelmed, which is what I hear from so many women. Completely overwhelmed, don't know where to start, don't know how to discern the good from the bad, don't know if something fits or doesn't fit because it's not what's currently on display in a regular retail store where they know, well, this shape jean is in this year. But once it's in the thrift shop, there are 10 different seasons mixed together and they can't discern that because they lack that style self-trust. So style self-trust is something I help clients build through style therapy. There's a link down below. I'm going to talk today about why I trusted myself enough to bring these pieces into my wardrobe, starting with this nightgown. So you probably can't see the hemline, but it comes to my ankle bone basically. And it is a really, really thick flannel. It is LL Bean. It has some flat kind of tuxedo stitching up here at the top, and it has pockets on each side. There is a pocket. And this nightgown was about $6, might even have been 20% off $6. It is the warmest, coziest thing I've probably ever had on my body. And I kind of thought when I purchased it that I might wear it. I don't really wear nightgowns. So you might be thinking, well, Kristen, why did you buy that even for $6? I bought it because it's so cozy and because this is one of my very favorite plaids. If it were a red plaid, I might not have chosen it, but because it's navy and green, it's just, and I don't remember which tartan, which plaid this is. So feel free to enlighten me. I love it when you guys fill me in on stuff I don't know. But I love this plaid. So I kind of thought I was going to wear it as a dress, that I would possibly put it on with a great pair of chunky boots and maybe a cream sweater or a big, overcoat. And I haven't done that yet, primarily because I don't wear dresses very often. And I haven't really had, yes, I could have put it on and worn it to Costco or worn it to something, very mainstream and daily activity. However, I haven't done that. And I also haven't worn it as a nightgown because usually by the time I'm, unwinding for the evening, I put on my cozy pajamas and my bathrobe and just haven't worn it either way. I just couldn't leave it in the store because it is so cozy. So I'm going to keep playing with it and decide. I'm going to run out of time soon for this winter because it's super thick flannel and I'm probably not going to wear it in the spring, but I just kind of had to start here because it's so fabulous. Now I'm going to put on some clothes and talk through my rack of thrifted things. Okay, so I'll start with these jeans. This tank top, probably seen it before, this little camisole. It is from Target. It's a new day. I think they still have it. It's polyester. Washes really well. I have it in black and in a kind of mid steely blue color. I really love it as a layer, and it's great for making videos because I can keep changing tops and not have to worry about it. These pants were found by Greta, I believe, at the Goodwill bins, the Goodwill outlets, better known as the bins, because there are giant bins and you dig through them and they refill the bins throughout the day. It's quite a process. If you've never been to the Goodwill outlets, Goodwill bins, it's worth going, but it's not for the faint of heart. Anyway, they weigh the clothing. You do not pay per piece. You pay by weight for fabric things. For clothing, textiles and stuff, you pay a different price per weight, per pound. These were part of a pile that Greta and I purchased. She found them, and they are Levi's. Just, they have a little kind of bleach stain or paint stain or something on them. I don't care. They come right above my ankle. Again, I'm not sure, given the angle today, if you can see the ankle. I don't think you can, but they come right above my ankle and they are comfy and slouchy, and I have worn them many times since we got them a month or two ago. And let's see, I'm going to start at the far end here. So this top, I just recently thrifted and literally just washed. It might even still be damp. Greta found this. It is by the brand Flax, which is a linen company that is pretty pricey to start with, when it's purchased new. I have not ironed this. Like I said, I have washed it and hung it to dry. It's going to go in a box for spring and summer. Obviously, I'm not wearing this. Well, maybe not obviously. I'm not going to wear this. I like having a separation between my fall and winter clothes and my spring summer clothes because it feels more fun to unpack them and get them out and be ready for spring. I could wear this with a sweater over it, but I'm probably not going to. So it is just 100% linen, a little bit oversized. I will iron it. Like I said, it's almost a little bit damp still, but I wanted to show it because this was a recent thrift find. This was under $7, might have been less than that. The thrift shop that we go to now here in Utah is most often Savers, and they usually have some sort of a discount in addition to whatever the, off of whatever the price is listed. So I think this top was probably about 20% off, and I want to say it was $6 or $7 to start, but 100% linen, nice thick fabric, and I'm excited for when it gets to be the season for that. This one also recently thrifted. Is the brand called Colette, like the lady's name. And it is a cotton and linen blend. Again, I washed it. I have not ironed it. I will probably shorten it. The front hangs, as you can see, a little bit longer. I think you can see a little bit longer than the back. I will probably just even it out so that the bottom of the blazer is actually straight across instead of pointed. I don't mind it, and I haven't 100% decided I could wear it just like this, but I think I would like it better if it didn't point down. I'm just weird like that. I like shorter things. Anyway, super comfortable, great weight. I like the color. I like the way it feels. I like the little bit of fringe detail. I had it on over a t-shirt when I purchased it. When I decided to purchase it, I would do it with a striped t-shirt. I would do it with like a concert t-shirt or a graphic tee. I just really thought it was a fun piece to add for the warmer weather. So this too will get packed away until that warmer weather comes. Okay, next up. Oh, this was another classic. This one, I think this one too came from the bins. So this one would have been purchased as part of a big giant pile that got weighed. And we usually kind of stand in the corner of the bins and try things on over top of our clothing. Usually I wear this tank top when I thrift so that I can do exactly what I'm doing here. So this is Old Navy, and just a great crew neck, navy and white striped t-shirt. I like the shape. I love that it's not too long, because if you've followed me here for any amount of time, you know that sometimes things tend to hang too long and I have to shorten them. Next up, oh, I just got this one. This one might be damp too. So I just washed this one. This one makes my heart happy because it's navy blue and it has a palm tree. It's a really thick cotton, and it's Tommy Bahama, which reminds me of one of my very most favorite ever clients who lives in Honolulu, who recently incorporated some Tommy Bahama pieces into her wardrobe, and it just makes me smile and think of you. You know who you are. And the fact that it's navy blue with a white palm tree, it's kind of chenille, the palm tree, and it's not visible underneath. I thought the palm tree might be stitched through and I might snag it, but it is not. I have washed it. It's actually not too damp. I like the neckline. This too, I think this one might have been $9. The Tommy Bahama label jacked up the price a little bit, and well worth it. It washed beautifully. I actually like that it's a little bit faded because it doesn't feel quite as new and precious and kind of contrived. It feels a little more worn in and kind of beachy, and I don't know. This is just my kind of sweater. Next up, let's see. I better have a little, I'm going to put this shirt on first. So this is like, I think, long underwear. It's No Boundaries from Walmart. It is super stretchy and comfortable, kind of long underwear feeling. I'm not sure I would wear it all by itself just because it is so kind of lean and stretchy, and I don't usually wear things this fitted anymore. And I'm not even sure I would wear it with this vest, but I want to show you both pieces. So this is just great layer. I have worn this with different sweaters over top of it, both cardigan and crew neck, because I like the way the little bit pokes out at the top that has the floral design on it. This vest was sort of a last minute grab on my way through, kind of to the register. I saw it hanging, and I don't know, something about it just felt sort of, I don't know, Scandinavian or something. It's out of my wheelhouse. I don't really wear vests. I can't remember the last time I had a vest. I just think it's fabulous. I picture it with probably more navy and white underneath it, navy and cream underneath it. Let's see if I can do this so you get the idea. Hide my arm. Navy and white underneath it, but I don't mind it with the pink. It's really thick cotton, and it has these fun little pockets and this cute little collar. And I don't know, it's one of those things where I kind of hesitated for a couple minutes and thought, you don't really need it. It's just kind of an extra piece. You're not going to wear it that much. It's not super functional. It's got more going on than some of my normal choices. And yet occasionally there's a piece that I just am really drawn to and feel like it was made for me, and I am finding it, because it's intended to come home with me. And so this is one of those pieces. I like that I can wear it now as an extra layer for a little bit of warmth, even over a crew neck sweater of some sort. And I like that in the spring, same thing. It gives me a little interest and a little bit of warmth, and would be great with a long sleeve t-shirt under it. I have not tried it just as a top. It is possible that I could also wear it with just a tank top under it, or, you know, nothing under it, and have it work as just a top. I haven't tried that, but that could also work. One of the things about this kind of chunky cotton knit is if it's warm enough to not wear something long sleeved under it, then I probably am going to choose just a basic tank top or t-shirt, because it's going to be warm enough for a basic tank top and t-shirt, not something this thickly knit. However, I'm going to play around with it. Next up, I will try this one on, because this one is a favorite. I rarely buy button-down shirts because I'm much happier in knits. I just find them easier for me to wear. They're easier to wash because I don't have to then iron. Well, I guess this was easier to wash, but then I have to consider ironing it. And while I like to iron, I don't always take the time to iron. However, this is Ralph Lauren. It is a great cotton kind of poplin shirt. It might be cotton lawn. I don't remember exactly what this really soft cotton is called. Been out of the retail world a while and I forget that. Anyway, I think it's pretty much perfection. It's like such a dreamy, muted pink. It has this great navy or dark blue window pane design. And it's just right at my wheelhouse. Right at my wheelhouse, right at my alley, in my wheelhouse, both either. I don't know, just good. So I'm glad I found this one. And while I probably wouldn't wear it with a blazer, I could put it on with a navy blazer. I'll jump to the navy blazer. This was also Goodwill bins. So this Bowden blazer that is in really great shape was at the Goodwill bins and therefore was charged per pound. It just got added with these jeans and the striped t-shirt and the other things that we purchased, the clothing that we purchased. It just gets weighed by pound, and it is not very much per pound. I don't actually right this minute remember what it was. Yeah, way too preppy for me. So I could wear it like this. Certainly I could pull the cuff down, you know, and kind of push up the sleeve, and way too preppy for me. So I'm probably never wearing it like this. However, I could. I'll try the blazer on again in a minute with just a t-shirt so you can see what that actually looks like. Okay, next up, I'm just going to put on this cream t-shirt so that I can layer on some other things. All right, this one. This one I shared in a recent video about pink because, pardon my rolling rack that wants to get really close to me in this space, sloping down. This one I shared because I have recently incorporated a whole lot of pink in my wardrobe, kind of accidentally. And this one was at the thrift shop. Many visits. I kept seeing this. I didn't try it on. And then finally I thought, okay, well, try it on. And once I tried it on, I realized it was just waiting for me. So this is Ann Taylor, my Loft maybe? I think it's Loft. And it, again, it might have been $6. Probably 20% off. It is acrylic. I've washed it. I've worn it. It's super cozy and soft. I like the color. I like the fact that it's just interesting and a little bit different than what I normally wear. So I was really happy that this one waited for me, and I finally decided to try it on. Okay, next up is this one. Another one that I thought, Kristen, more pink? More pink? However, yes, I guess more pink. So this one's Wooden Chips. Wooden Chips, if you're not familiar with them, they are a really great sweater brand. They are not inexpensive. And this one, when I first saw it, I wasn't sure if the snags, which you can kind of see it as these big snags and runs kind of in the knit, wasn't sure if they were intentional. I did a little Google search. Yes, in fact, this is exactly the way the sweater was originally made. And it also has this kind of fraying at the neck and at the hem, which I also wanted to just check out and make sure I wasn't buying a sweater that was completely falling apart. Not the case. I have washed this one. I just think this is so fun and fabulous. Again, not wool, just acrylic, so I can wear it, but it feels cozy. It also feels a little bit bright and fresh for spring. Again, not super sure what's happening with all the pink and me right now. However, I'm enjoying it. I thought I needed a lady jacket. This one, you can tell the tag is still on. It was $8.49 less 20%. I do not know the brand. I kept looking for a lady jacket or a little blazer, kind of knit, or a woven blazer that would allow me to be part of this trend of this kind of little Jackie O Chanel jacket situation, and I wouldn't have to spend $60, $70, $80, $100+ dollars to be part of this trend. And I just wasn't finding anything. I was either finding lots of Talbots or Loft 3/4 sleeve, which I don't love. Yes, I get that that kind of little blazer has a very ladies who lunch vibe and it works for some. I would rather push up my sleeve than have a 3/4 sleeve. So I kept seeing those, or I would see them and they would just be a little too small or a little too blazery, and it just felt not like my vibe because I want to wear it with jeans and sneakers or jeans and little boots. So I saw this one the other day and I love the pink kind of boucle eyelashy almost knit. It is a sweater. It is not a blazer, so it is super comfortable. At first I thought it's a little too short. I like things a little longer. And then I realized that I had looked long enough and that this one met enough of my criteria, like I could tick enough boxes that it was worth, and the price was right, so it was worth it. It's just fun. I love the bubblegum pinkness of it. It just makes me happy. I have not worn it yet, as you can see from the tag. And this is a way that I can participate in a trend that doesn't cost me a lot of money. It doesn't feel like a massive investment in case I decide, you know what, lady jackets are just not for me. That said, back in the day when I worked in retail, specifically at Neiman Marcus, where I needed to be more dressed up, I worked in couture, Chanel and Armani and St. John and the like. I wore more things that looked like this, and I just don't have any left. I'm not sure they would even have translated at this point with the shoulder pads and the other things, but this one allows me to be on trend in a way that works for me. And I purchased it at a thrift shop, literally at Savers. It was not some consignment shop where someone had curated it because it was trendy. It was just someone had donated it and there it was. This one, turtlenecks are tough with curly hair and I love them. So when I see a great turtleneck, I'm willing to have the curls get a little wild. This is 100% cotton. It is Land's End. And when I put it on, just knew it had to come home with me. The neck is a little tight. By rights, I would probably like it to be a little wider. However, it goes on. It's not a problem. And sometimes when the neck is wider and a little easier and more comfortable to put on, then once it's on, I don't love the way it looks around my neck. It's a little too slouchy. So this one, I'm willing to tug it over my head in order to have the collar fit this way. So I can certainly wear it up, unfolded, just kind of up and loose. I mean, I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, so it is ski area. I do not ski, but we are in winter. This, because it's cotton, I can wear into the spring when it is still cold and I need a layer that feels like this, but the color and the cotton make it so that, I can feel a little springy in it. And I can also fold it over and make the collar shorter. This one was just easy. I love the length because this is sort of my sweet spot where it hits right at my hip. It often is that piece that I like, a sweater specifically, or a shirt or blouse, just is too long. And this is one of the things that when I work with clients, it's one of the first tweaks we make. And if it's a blouse or a top that can be shortened, either by the client if she sews or by a tailor easily and for the right price, that is one of the first things that I have clients do, because once they realize that when they find where their sweet spot is, oftentimes it is that hip bone, it just changes the proportion and the visual balance of a garment on a body and the way it looks all together. So for me, this is just my sweet spot of a sweater or a top to hit kind of right at that hip bone. This next one I recently purchased, and it is, it's interesting because I have this sweater. I have it in cream, and I purchased it at Old Navy, full price, which is rare for me. It wasn't on sale. It was new, full price. And I probably would never have purchased this one. And I probably wouldn't wear, maybe with this t-shirt. Probably I wouldn't wear with the t-shirt, just the camisole. I wouldn't have purchased this when I first saw the cream one because I didn't really wear much camel then. However, now I do. And so I like the really deep camel of this one with the black stripe. I mean, this is my kind of sweater. The cream one I have worn a lot. I still have it. I still wear it. I will bring it back out in the summer. So this one will probably get tucked away too, just because it's pretty lightweight cotton. And then when it gets to be warmer, I will bring this one back out. It would be cute with a pair of black pants, black linen trousers, kind of wide leg, cute with lots of different colored jeans, cute with the cream pants that I didn't get to yet. I'm glad that I scored this one. Again, Old Navy. This one was also the bins. I've got two blazers at the bin that day. This one is H&M, and it's really unstructured, unlined, kind of boxy, a little bit linty, needs a lint brush. I washed this in the washer, and I haven't even steamed it yet, and this is how it came out. Love the length. I love a blazer. This is super comfortable. I could wear this over stripes, over a concert t-shirt, over any colored solid t-shirt, over a little camisole out to dinner. I have another blazer that is very structured that I thrifted a while ago that I really like, but it's a little bit heavier weight and just a little more formal. This one just feels much more unstructured and effortless than the one that, you know, is just the fabric's different and it's lined and it has a striped lining and it's just a little, takes a little bit more effort to wear. This one is just like an easy layer. And then the navy blue one, I'll just try on again with this t-shirt so you can see it. Hard enough, rolling rack, stay there. This one again is Bowden. I purchased it at the bins. Really great. It's probably a size or two up from what I would purchase from Bowden back in the olden days when I would have purchased my actual size. I now like things looser and bigger, and that is more the trend and the vibe and the style right now. So this is probably a little bit bigger than I would have purchased originally had I purchased this in my size. And it's exactly the way I want it. So I love the kind of chartreusey floral lining. Bowden makes a great product, so I'm excited to wear this one. And it's a really nice weight for, it's probably a little light, not light in warmth, but the fabric feels a little bit more like spring than it does like winter. However, if I were to layer it with some stripes or a cashmere sweater, easily could wear it now. Okay, then this is the last top I've got, and then I have a couple pairs of pants and a skirt. Okay, so this one is Covington. Has to be pretty old, I would think. I don't know if Covington is even still around anymore. This is, again, one of those sweaters that I wear almost like a t-shirt just because it's such a great lean layer that if I put on a coat or a cardigan of some sort over it, like a big chunky cream cardigan, it just feels more like a t-shirt, and it's nice and lean, fine gauge, but it's a little more elevated than a t-shirt. So this, I thrifted this one also a little while ago. Really happy with this one. I like the way it fits. I like how cozy and comfy it is, and that it's a little more interesting than just a plain t-shirt. Now I'm going to show a couple pairs of pants. First up is a pair of Levi's. These are 511s, really dark wash. I have them cuffed pretty deep because they're nice and long. I could roll them, but right now, because the deep cuff is having a moment, I have been wearing them a little more deep cuffed. They're really lightweight. They're really soft, and I like how dark they are because most of my Levi's are a little bit lighter. They're great, belted, kind of cinched, and they're just in really great shape. So they're light enough weight that I can wear them into spring, probably even into early summer, which I like. I like the dark denim that I can wear in the warmer weather, which is nice. This cream pair is by a brand called Song, and these were new with tags at the thrift shop. And they were about $4, and they had something spilled all the way down the front of them, and I got most of it out. There's one little spot here. I haven't treated with like bleach on a Q-tip to see if I could lighten that spot up so that it's a lighter spot. I'm just gonna put a belt on so I can cinch the waist a little bit, and I probably wouldn't necessarily tuck in this camisole, but it shows you the waistband and like the whole pant a little better. So they're button fly, they're slouchy painter pant, carpenter pant kind of vibe with the pocket. I don't have any Carhartts. My kids all wear Carhartt. These are long enough that I could cuff them or roll them. I probably would roll them a little bit. I'm gonna, for now at least, might eat my words, let my kids wear the Carhartt pants and the young folks wear the Carhartt pants. And I like that these are of that vibe without having to be Carhartt pants. I have no problem with Carhartt as a brand at all. They're just a little too stiff for me. They're a little too thick. And if I buy them used, they're kind of still too thick, and or they're really distressed or have paint or whatever, or they're too big. So these, I like the fact that they give me that look, and I like the fact that they're cream because I don't really haven't had a pair of cream pants in a while. I edited out all my white jeans because none of them were feeling all that fabulous on me. And so I like the fact that I now have an alternative that is a lighter color that I can wear kind of with really all my things, and they feel a little bit different, and they're not too white. They're creamy, so they translate kind of with most of what I wear because I tend to wear more cream than true white. And they go with all the colors that I wear. So I'm happy about these. And then the last thing I'll try on is a skirt, which I rarely find skirts either. And then I have a couple pairs of shoes, and then that's it. The skirt, I'm just going to tuck this in again. I probably wouldn't wear it with this. I'd probably wear it with a t-shirt or a big chunky sweater. The skirt is Royal Robin's, and it is very long. Again, I apologize if you can't see the hem. It doesn't come to the floor, but it comes basically to my ankle bone. And it is really fine cotton lawn, kind of this paisley. And I would probably wear it initially with a big chunky sweater and a pair of sneakers or a little pair of boots, little pair of ballet flats. I rarely wear skirts. Greta found this one when we thrift, just as a little tip. When we thrift and there isn't a fitting room and we want to try on pants, we often find a skirt from the skirt department, and then we just we put on the skirt and we take off the pants that we were wearing. And then sometimes I thrift in a skirt. However, I haven't been doing that lately because it's been cold. So I wear my jeans and then I find a skirt in the skirt department. I put on the skirt, pull off my jeans and pull on the pants I want to see. And then I can pull up the skirt and see the pants, take the skirt off altogether if I want to see the pants. And we kind of do it back in a corner near a mirror somewhere, trying not to call too much attention to ourselves. However, if you're ever in a thrift shop and you want to try on pants and the fitting rooms aren't open, that is my tip. Put on a skirt and then do the work to take off your pants and put on the pants you're trying on. Anyway, all that to say, this was a skirt Greta picked to try things on, and I ended up deciding I liked it so much that I purchased it. So I would do this with a t-shirt. I would do it with a sweater. I'm really excited to wear this. It's too cold now because it's really, really lightweight, like super hot summer kind of skirt, and it's fabulous. And then the last thing I have to show are a couple of pairs of shoes. Over a year ago, was in Norway. Everyone had black boots. At the time, I did not have any black boots. I thought, man, I really want a pair of black boots. So I did purchase a pair at Nordstrom Rack that I've worn a few times. They have gold hardware. They're good, but they're a little too flashy for me. The gold hardware, they're a little too dressy. They just don't feel as authentic for me as I would like. So I have recently thrifted 2 pairs of boots. One pair Greta found for me and then asked if I wanted them for Christmas. I said yes. So they were thrifted by Greta and given to me for Christmas, but I approved of them in the store. And another pair I thrifted thinking I was going to buy them for Greta, and then sent her a picture, do you like these? And before she could reply, I realized she doesn't really like lace-up boots, so I was going to buy them for myself. And then a pair of shoes. So this is the first pair. These are Mies Moos. And I have almost the identical black Oxford shoe from Mies Moos, and they are like bedroom slippers. They are outrageously comfortable. I love them very much. And so when Greta found these in the thrift shop in my size and brought them over to me, I knew almost without trying them on that they were going to be great. They are outrageously great. I wore them to Park City for the day we were there for Sundance and to watch Peter's band play, Theoretical Blonde. They're great. So they have a zipper on this side, easy access. I do not have to untie them to get them on. I can just undo this zipper, put my foot in there and zip it up. Ordinarily, I've shied away from boots that have this much happening with the zipper to get in, the lace in the front, and another zipper. Why do we need this zipper? I don't think it works. It doesn't work. It's fake. I don't know why we need all of that. And yet I love these, and at a resale price as a gift for my daughter, they're fantastic. I did buy a little, cut it yourself insole to put in them because they're about a half size too big, and they're perfect with the insole, and I can wear them with socks. I can let a little fun sock hang out of the top. They're great. The next pair are very out of my comfort zone. They're kind of Doc Martenish. They are Just Jewels, I think, which was a collab, I believe, with Target at some point. They were $6, and I thought this was before Greta found the other pair for me. They have one zipper. Again, I don't have to untie them to get into them. I can just unzip them and put them on, which is great because my foot is a little narrow, and if I have to keep cinching up the ties, it just gets a little annoying. I thought these might be a little small. Now that I've gotten them home and put them on, they actually are really comfortable, and they're great in the winter, in the mess of snow and whatever. As you can see, I have not worn them yet because I got the other pair and I've worn them more often, but I'm going to wear these because I think that they're fun with pale denim and with a chunky sweater, and they're comfortable and they're great for this slushy snow. And then the last pair are Franco Sardo, which I like. I know they fit me. I do well in Franco Sardo. These were $14.99 and then they were 20% off. And they're in really great shape. Again, they have a nice lug sole, which is good for a messy spring, winter situation. I can wear them with a fun sock. I love a patent leather shoe. So these are probably not something I would have purchased full price. I have looked at this shoe or very similar in Nordstrom Rack. I've tried them on at DSW and always decided for 60 or 80 bucks I just didn't need them. They didn't really, need to be in my wardrobe. And yet for $15 less 20%, they're really comfortable. They're my size. They work. I mean, obviously they're my size or I wouldn't have purchased them in someone else's size. They work with jeans. They work with, a fun little dress. They work with, trousers. I really like them. So these are new to me, thrifted, fun little Franco Sardo shoe. So that's all I got. Well, I do have one more thing, but I can't show it to you because it's in my bathtub. What's that, Kristen, you ask? It's a cardigan, a navy blue cardigan, navy blue and white striped cardigan from Old Navy. It's fabulous. Right up my alley. I thrifted it recently. I washed it, and after I washed it, it was really heavy and kind of oversized, and so I washed it in a mesh bag. So I put it in the dryer just for a few minutes to kind of get it to tumble some of the water out before I would hang it, flat on my drying rack. And I did not realize, because I did not check the tag when I purchased it, because it was about $4 and I just assumed it was cotton and acrylic. It has 5% wool, and so it shrunk up. So it soaked in my bathtub with a little bit of conditioner. So if you put, quarter of a cup of hair conditioner in some cool water in the bathtub with something that you have accidentally shrunk, it can loosen something wool. It can loosen the fibers. It's sort of like conditioning your hair. If you think of the wool fibers as hair, it can loosen the shrunkenness, the boiledness that happens when those fibers get hot, which this did in my dryer accidentally. It can loosen them. So it does seem like it has softened the sweater and loosened it out. The wool, you might ask, if you know me, why I purchased a sweater with wool, because I don't wear wool because it itches and bothers my skin. This did not seem to bother my skin at all. Yes, I had a long sleeve t-shirt on with it, but it didn't touch my skin anywhere where I could tell that it had wool in it. So I'm optimistic that I can wash it, get it back to its original size, and be able to wear it and be comfortable in it. And then I will share it maybe in an upcoming thrifted video, because I can't show it to you because it's dripping wet in my bathroom. So that's what I got for you today. I love to know about your thrift finds. So if you have found something amazing lately, incredible for you, please let me know. I'd love to read those stories and those tales of thrifting things. This skirt is kind of making me wish it was summer, but it is not. Although the sky is blue, it is not warm enough to be wearing this skirt today. And Style Therapy and the Outfit Lab are the two ways that you can work with me. Style Therapy, the first step is a one-on-one consultation call. You can book that down below and we can get started. And the Outfit Lab, you can just go ahead and book and get started immediately. In about 6 weeks, you're going to have links to all the pieces that you've been looking for or that would be helpful in your wardrobe, to incorporate in your wardrobe so that you can wear your clothing in better ways, new ways. And you will have outfits made by me using the clothing that you already own. And you'll have a coaching call with me, because the Outfit Lab has a 1-hour coaching call with me where we troubleshoot what's actually going on for you and what's holding you back with regards to wearing the clothing you already have and or what you might be looking for. It's just kind of a quick way to elevate your style and to better utilize what's already in your wardrobe. Okay, that's all I got for you today. I hope you have a really, really beautiful week, and I'll be back next Friday. Thanks for tuning in.